So today we are going to look at the laws of exponents, and I'm just going to take some few examples, and I just want to welcome you all uh, to this lesson. And I want to say that this lesson is going to be very important to all our students who are doing N2. Even those who are doing N1 can also learn, and even the N3 students can also learn, but it's more important to the N2 students. Okay, so the most important thing about today's lesson is to understand exponents. So let's just look at the exponents, and I hope you will understand what I will be doing. Okay, so number one, these are the laws of exponents, and it's very much important for you to understand these laws. It's very much important for you to understand these laws. Okay, so the first thing here is that we have the same base on our first challenge. We have the first base, we have the same base, like here we have the same base. So when we have the same base, when we multiply, so this dot stands for multiplication, is the same as we are saying a to the power n multiplied by a to the power m equals to a to the power n plus m is the same as this. And one of the things that I think you need to understand is this, that this one is the base and this one is the exponent. So that's very much important. We have the base, we also have the exponent. So it's very much important to understand. Very important. Very important. Okay. Okay, so another thing is that we have a to the power n divided by a to the power n, which is equals to a to the power n minus m. So this law is the same as you have a to the power n divided by a to the power m equals to a to the power n minus a to the power m. So I want you to understand something, because this is just a law. This is just a law, and it's very much important for you to understand the law, because this is how it is. You cannot change it. So another thing is a to the power, okay, let me just is this one, yeah, a to the power n m is the same as a n m. So you can have it the other way. You can have it like this. You can have it like this. So it's very much important for you to understand that also, because you're going to you're going to find yourself faced with the questions that will require that. Okay, so these laws can be used the other way. Okay, if a n m equals to brackets a n brackets m, is the same with taking it back, like what I just did here, So this is very much important for you to understand. Very important for you to understand. Very important for you to understand. Very much important for you to understand. So let's continue. So another law is a to the power minus n, which equals to 1 over a to the power n. So that is another law that you need to understand. Like I said, is the law, you have to take it as it is. It is the law. You don't have to struggle about how did it become like that. No, this is a law. This is a law. So another law, which is this this part is a to the power n over n equals to m a to the power n. So it's also a law. You need to take it as it is. So if you find it here, you can take it back here. So it depends how you found it. Depends how you found it. So let's continue. So we also have okay, let me just remove this. We also have a to the power 0 equals to 1. So any number to the power 0 equals to 1 is a very important law to understand. So the last law on this is a and b in brackets, then you have n, which equals to a n times b n. We have a and b in brackets, then we have n. So this is the same as you have a over b, then you have brackets. So it's still the same, but I'm just writing this for the sake of your understanding. So these are important laws of exponents. These are the most important laws of exponents. These are the most important laws of exponents that you need to understand. Okay, so I'm just going to take just one question, then we deal with the question, so that you know how to apply these laws when you are faced with a challenge. And I would advise that you go and do as many examples as you can. You go and do as many examples as you can, because that will help you. You go and do as many examples as you can. That will help you a big deal. So I'm just going to take two questions, that we deal with those two questions, then I will be done for this video. Okay, let's just go down. So we have a question here that says simplify the following without the use of a calculator. So many of you, if you have tried to treat some questions here on Exponent, I believe you have found this kind of question. So let's deal with this. We're going to answer this question. Okay, so what you need to do first is to see where to apply the laws of exponents. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, going to say the bases are the same and I'm multiplying, so I'm going to use the law of exponent that says when the bases are the same, when we multiply, we add the exponent. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to put it like this, to the power 4 plus 2 over x, sorry, over x to the power 3, and this is going to be x to the power 6 over x to the power 3. So now we have to use another law of exponent. Let me just put it like this. Okay, you can write it wherever you want to write it. It's not a problem. So when the bases are the same, when we divide, we subtract the exponent. So that is going to be my next law. That is going to be my next law that I'm going to use. And after this is what I'm going to get. 6 minus 3, I'm going to get 6 to the power, x to the power 3, which is the which is the answer of everything. So that is very simple. So what I did, I just used the laws. First, this is the law that I used. This was my first law, and this was my second law. Then by that I was done. So you need to look at the question, see the laws that you can use, and just use them. See the laws that you can use and use them. To the beginners, I would advise that you use the same law at the same time. You use the same laws as at the same time, and because sometimes you can find yourself using all the laws at the same time, and you might make a lot of mistakes. Make a lot of mistakes. But okay, let me just use all the laws together. But we need to be careful if we are going to use all the laws together. Okay, we are using all the laws together. So what we are going to have is that the bases are the same at the top, so we must add the exponents. So I'm just going to put it as 4 minus 2. So now I also have another base. 4 plus 2. I also have another base below, and I have to subtract. So which means I'm just going to say minus 3. But if you're going to put it like this, because of the BODMAS rule, you might not get the correct answer. So don't forget this rule. Don't forget this rule. Okay, but I think the rule does not fight us, so we can put it like this. The rule is not fighting with us, which is good news. So according to the BODMAS rule, brackets of division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. So which means when you have a challenge, you need to start with addition here. So which is going to be x to the power 6 minus 3. Then your last answer is going to be 3. So it's the same. So this is a shortcut, but don't forget this BODMAS rule. Don't forget this BODMAS rule. It's a high school thing, but it's very much important for you to remember this rule. So we're going to the next challenge. Yeah, for those who are doing this for the first time, I believe this is a little bit of a challenge, because it looks complicated, but we're just going to use the rules. We're just going to use the rules. So the first thing is to take it back, is to apply the rules and take it back. So what we have here is that we have x to the power x to the power 3. So we are going to have x to the power 3, and because of this 3, I'm going to put multiplication. Then after that, I have y to the power 3. This 3 is for x, is also for y. There is a multiplication here, then I have 2 here, so I also have 2 here, and 2 to the power 2 is going to be 4. It's just like saying this, then you have 4. Okay, then I have x inside, and this 2 is going to be x to the power 2, then y also to the power 2 because of this 2. So that is what brackets did, and it's a law of exponent. You can check it if you were writing down notes. You can just check it because it will also help you. Okay, just like this. Then you have 3x to the power 2y. So nothing will happen because we are still applying some rules. So now, just because everything is in multiplication, we have to multiply everything now. We have to multiply everything. But when we multiply everything, you must not forget, we must also check the base. We must also check the base. We have x here, we have x here, and we have y here, we have y here. So when we multiply, if the bases are the same, we add the exponent. So we are going to use that rule, but we are going to multiply everything. We are going to multiply everything. So what we need to do now is that we have to continue, but using multiplication. So the first thing that I'm going to multiply, I'm going to multiply 6 and 4. I'm going to multiply that 6 and 4. Going to multiply that 6 and 4. Okay, 6 and 4. 6 multiplied by 4. I think that is 24. 6 multiplied by 4 is going to give me 24, because it's going to be 24. Okay, let me just confirm that answer with a calculator. Yeah, it's 24. So let's have 6. We're going to have 24. Just write it down. Then here we are going to have 3 times 3 is going to be 9. It's going to be 9, and because of this x, which means I'm going to say plus 2. Okay, then let's look at y. So we have y to the power 3 because of this y, plus 2, and because of that y, okay, this is not b, this is 6. So okay, sorry about that. Then plus 1 is coming from here. Then you are done. Then again you have 3x to the power 2 y. Okay, don't forget the equal sign. Don't forget the equal sign. It's very much important. So now what we need to do now is we need to finish simplifying at the top. So what we are going to have now, we're going to have 24. We're going to have 24. 9 plus 2 is going to be x to the power 11, and y, we're going to have y plus 2, 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is 5. Okay, then to the power 2 y. So now when we have it like this, what we are going to do, we have 24 and 3, which we can divide them. We have 24 and 3, which we can divide them. 24 divided by 3, that is going to give me, can we just write it on the other side, 24 divide by 3, that is going to give me 8, right? So I'm going to have equals to 8. I have x and x to the power 2, and when we divide, if the base are the same, what do? We add the exponent. We add the exponent. And then we have x to the power 11 over x to the power 2. When the base are the same, we subtract the exponents. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. The x to the power 11 minus 2. And again, we have y and y over y to the power 5, and we also divide by y there, which is going to be like 5 minus 1. When the base are the same, we subtract the exponents when we multiply, when we divide. Okay, so what we are going to have is 8 to the power 9, then y to the power 4. So this is our final answer. This is our final answer. From here we cannot do anything, so this is where we stop. So this is how simple the exponents are. This is how simple the exponents are. You need to use the laws. So like I said, this lesson is more applicable to those who are doing N2, so find different types of questions and try to treat them. So I would advise that you watch this video again and again so that you understand everything that I was saying. So thank you very much. Have a lovely day. Goodbye. And please don't forget to subscribe.